Hey guys, and welcome back to Madaboutskin. In today's video, we get to talk my favourite ingredient in skincare, these peptides. Now, peptides have multiple different benefits when it comes to the skin. They can help even out the complexion, they boost collagen production for anti-aging benefit, and they hydrate us to the gods. I love some good peptide action in my skincare routine, but there are some things you can do to maximise the benefit no matter what peptide product you reach for. That's really what I want to pick apart and share with you in today's video, so you know that when you reach for that peptide product, you are getting maximum anti-aging benefit for the hard-earned coin that you've invested. I want you to sit back, relax, let's talk how to maximize our results from peptides. Now, before we get into this video, I would love to know what your personal peptide product preferences are. That's a real tongue twister, but sound off in the comments section below with your personal recommendations, because they really do shape the products that I try and review here on the channel in the future. I'm not going to be sharing with you my preferences today, because I already covered these in a recent video, which I'm going to leave a link to up there. In that video, I rated some of the best selling peptide products, so if you still haven't found like your perfect pairing, check out that video for some inspiration. If you're as big a fan of peptides as I am, hopefully you'll show your appreciation and reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. I want to get this message out there so everybody, no matter what their peptide preference, can get maximum bang for the buck when it comes to investing in these products. By giving the video a like, it's a great way of helping me to achieve that, because the more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube distributes it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. Now, I've got a lot to say, so without further ado, shall we cut that waffle and delve straight on in? And the first takeaway, in fact the biggest takeaway I want from this video, is that honestly peptides are not as complex as people would have you believe. If you read any of the blogs covering peptides or watch any of the videos here on YouTube, a lot of people will say that peptides are the most complex ingredient to layer into your skincare routine. This just isn't the case. I did a bit of delving and a bit of digging, and I think this comes back from some studies that were done quite a few years ago into peptides. Those studies showed that if you subject peptides to a low pH environment, intense heat, and a significant amount of pressure, it breaks the peptides apart, denatures them, so you get less benefit when applied to the skin. This is definitely the case, but I think people have carried that forward into our skincare routines. And you often hear people say, never use a peptide after a low pH ingredient, such as a glycolic acid exfoliator. The problem with this is, whilst you're carrying across those learnings in terms of pH, you're not also applying pressure and heat to the skin in a way that would actually denature these peptides. It all seems so complex, and I think sucks the fun and enjoyment out of peptides, which is why a lot of people just don't reach for them. I'm here to say it's absolutely fine to use the majority of peptides alongside exfoliating acids and vitamin C's, because you're not applying that intense heat and pressure which is needed alongside that low pH to really break them apart to denature them. If you want to be super cautious, you can always buffer between the low pH ingredients such as those vitamin C's with a pH balanced serum such as hyaluronic acid or a really nice hydrating toner. This is something that I did for the longest time, but you know what, I've even stopped doing that now, because I just don't think there's any evidence that shows using peptides alongside low pH ingredients actually denatures them in any meaningful way. The one exception I would make is with copper peptides, where there's a whole lot of other things going on when it comes to this specific type of peptide, and I cover them in more detail in a video which I'm going to link up there. I would recommend keeping your copper peptides away from low pH ingredients such as vitamin C's. With the exception of that, you can layer your peptide serums however you want. Use it in a way that brings enjoyment to your skincare routine, feels good on the skin, and gives the benefits for your individual skin type. They're not as complicated as people would have you believe. So if you're avoiding peptides for that reason, don't. Enjoy them like you would the rest of your skincare products. The second way of increasing the benefits that you get from peptides is use a lot of them. I don't mean in terms of quantity, I mean in the different varieties of peptides that are out there. This again can seem a little bit baffling because you read of the different scientific names for all these peptides and it can kind of turn you off and think, no, I don't have time to do all of that research and actually choose the right one for me. Well, you don't really need to. Choose a product that has multiple different peptides. Different peptides will bring different benefits to the skin. So by having like a buffet of peptides, it just means that you're going to maximize the benefits that you can achieve from a standalone serum. Lots of brands kind of do the guesswork for you. So if you take this is the Hylamide Sub-Q Skin, one of my favorite peptide serums. This has multiple different peptides with different benefits. The same goes for the Copper Amino Isolate Serum by Neod. Again, a wonderful option that comes with a higher price point, but I think is justified by the technology that you get in here. If you want to keep it super drugstore, the Ordinary Buffet does just that. It's a buffet of peptides. Some will hydrate you, some will have some anti-aging benefits, others will will help even out the complexion. Instead of having to piece together your skincare routine based on individual peptides, just reach for a product that has multiple ones within them, take the guesswork out of it, and honestly, your skin will definitely see the benefits. Now, tip number 3 is no matter what peptide you reach for, apply it onto damp skin. This works whether it's a cream, whether it's a serum. That's because the vast majority, in fact, all that I can think of, peptide serums are water-based. Water-based serums always apply better and absorb better on damp skin. So get a good mist in your life. It doesn't have to be bougie, it doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, it can just be filtered water in a spray bottle. Spritz that onto the skin before you apply your peptide. This is great because it actually does some of that buffering that I spoke about earlier when we talked about low pH. It'll kind of do some of that for you anyway, but also by having the skin damp before you apply your peptide, it'll just mean you get maximum absorption. More of those peptides get into the skin and can start working for you. A great way to maximize the benefit no matter what serum or cream you reach for. Hack number 4 is to be lavish with your peptide. Apply it to every last inch of the skin that you can see on the face. I think with some other active ingredients, we avoid very sensitive areas on the face. This is certainly the case with me and my neck, an area which is very prone to redness and sensitivity. Because I avoided this area with a lot of my products, I forget to apply my peptides here. Don't. Peptides are well tolerated by most skin types. They don't really create too much redness and sensitivity, especially if you patch test first, which I would definitely recommend. Once you've got your patch test over with and you know that you're not allergic to any of the ingredients in the formulation, you can then cover the whole face with your peptides. Because don't forget, the eyelids, the neck, these are areas that need some anti-aging benefit too. You might not be able to apply all of your products there, but never neglect these when it comes to peptides, because these are the areas that probably need that little extra help. Now, finally, if you've already chosen a peptide that's given you some great results, but you want to enhance them a little bit further, particularly if you want some additional anti-aging benefit, well, what I would do is pop on order one of these little gems. This is the ordinary Azuraline solution. You can get that for £6 here in the UK, and I've linked it in the description box below if you want to check it out. This is a standalone peptide, which, if you use it alongside your other peptide products, will just bring some additional anti-aging benefit. The great thing about this is it's super quick acting, particularly on dynamic fine lines and wrinkles such as the crow's feet, the 11 lines, and the laughter lines. You put these on morning and night into these targeted areas, and within a couple of weeks, you'll see those anti-aging benefits. The skin will be plumper, the appearance of those fine lines and wrinkles will be diminished. I've got some great results from this, and it's a very cheap and efficient way of just getting a little extra anti-aging benefit for using it alongside your existing peptide serum, and I now wouldn't be without it in my skincare routine. So there you have it, guys, the best ways to maximize the benefit no matter what peptide product you reach for. I would love to know your personal recommendations and your experiences with peptides in general, so leave me a comment below. I am a total fangirl for peptides as an ingredient. I think they're really underappreciated in skincare. A lot of that comes from a fear that they're really difficult to layer and incorporate, and hopefully in this video I've been able to dispel that myth for you, alongside giving you some additional ways where you can maximize the benefit from whichever peptide you've reached for. Wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.